Hey, what's up, guys? On today's episode, we are going to be covering my top 10 PlayStation 5 games. If I don't happen to mention one of your favorite games, just know it was very hard to narrow this list down to only 10. So, without further ado, number 10 on the list, Astro Bot. This is a 2024 platform game developed and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It's the fifth game in the Astro Bot series, following Astro's Playroom in 2020. As Astro, the player embarks on a quest to save lost robots, retrieve parts for the PlayStation 5 mothership, and defeat the alien space bully. Much like the previous title, Astro's Playroom, Astrobot uses DualSense controller features including adaptive triggers and haptic feedback. Astrobot became the highest rated game of 2024 on Metacritic. Critics praised the gameplay, level design, and content, with some comparing the game to Nintendo franchises, often being compared as PlayStation's version of the Super Mario Bros. Series. If you're looking for something casual, fun, and exciting at the same time, I would definitely recommend this game. And now, for number 9 on the list, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. This is a 2021 third-person shooter and platform game developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. This is the 9th main installment in the Ratchet & Clank series. It serves as a sequel to Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus, that was a 2013 game. This received positive reviews from critics, with particular praise going to its visuals, combat, and technical achievements. It retains elements of previous Ratchet & Clank games, such as strafing, gunplay, collection of bolts, automatic weapon and health upgrades, and much more. If you haven't had a chance to dive into this wacky kooky game yet, then I advise you to jump in your most cozy chair, grab a soda, grab some popcorn, and get prepared to have some fun. And now, for number 8 on the list, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. This is an action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. In this game, you are Nathan Drake, a former treasure hunter bribed out of retirement by his presumed dead brother Samuel, with Nathan's longtime partner, Victor Sullivan, aka Sully. This game reminds me a lot of Tomb Raider. Players solve puzzles and use firearms, melee combat, and stealth to combat enemies. If you haven't played this game yet, you should definitely check it out. And now, for number 7 on the list, Cyberpunk 2077. This is an action RPG developed by CD Projekt Red, the same company that brought you The Witcher 3. The plot is set in the fictional metropolis of Night City, and has Keanu Reeves as one of the voiceovers and characters in the game. Cyberpunk received praise from critics for its narrative, settings, and graphics. However, some of its gameplay elements received mixed responses, and characters received some criticism. Overall, if you haven't played this game yet, it's definitely not too late. As a matter of fact, it's only gotten better since launch. I do recommend checking this game out. And now, for number 6 on the list, Ghost of Tsushima. This is a 2020 action-adventure game developed by Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. In this game, you play as a samurai, Jin Sakiya, on a quest to protect the island during the first Mongol invasion of Japan. The game features a large open world which can be explored either on foot or on horseback, game had sold over 13 million units by September of 2024 and received multiple awards. If you haven't played this game yet, get ready to grab your sword and slash into some action. Now, for number 5 on the list, The Last of Us Part 2. This is a 2020 critically acclaimed action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. In this game, you play as the main protagonist Ellie in a post-apocalyptic world that would give The Walking Dead a run for its money, fighting off camps of raiders that are almost as bad as the infected themselves. This game plays a lot like Uncharted, but aimed more towards the survival horror genre. In combat, you can use long-range weapons such as rifles, bows, and short-range weapons such as pistols and revolvers. You're also able to scavenge limited-use weapons like melee weapons, and machetes and hammers, and you can throw bricks and bottles to distract or attack enemies. Collected items can be used to upgrade weapons at workbenches, or craft equipment such as health kits, Molotov cocktails, and makeshift silencers. If you have not played this game yet, I highly recommend it. It's a solid 10 out of 10 banger. And now, for number 4 on the list, Gran Turismo 7. This is a sim racer developed by Polyphony Digital and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. This is the 8th main installment in the Gran Turismo series following Gran Turismo Sport in 2017. It received generally positive reviews from critics with a praise for its graphics and gameplay. However, player reception was more of a mixed bag, with criticism of its use of microtransactions. The game features a really solid and fun single-player campaign mode. Other features are the return of traditional racetracks and vehicles, special events, championships, driving school, the tuning part shops, and the used car dealership. And it actually features over 550 cars. If you're looking for a solid racer to play, look no further than this. And now for number 3 on the list, God of War Ragnarok. This is a 2022 action-adventure game. This is the 9th installment in the series, and the sequel to 2018's God of War. It features the protagonist, Kratos, and his now teenage son, Atreus, as their efforts to prevent the 9 realms from being destroyed by Ragnarok. The gameplay is similar to the previous 2018 installment. It features combo-based combat, as well as puzzle and role-playing elements. This critically acclaimed game received praise for its storytelling, characters, visuals, level design, and quality of life improvements over its predecessor, going on to sell over 5.1 million units in its first week. If you haven't played this game yet, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I would actually recommend checking out the 2018 game too. They're both really good games. Now for number 2 on the list, Horizon Forbidden West. This is an action role-playing game developed by Guerrilla Games, and it's the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn 2017. This is set in a post-apocalyptic version of the Western United States that's recovering from the aftermath of an extinction event. You will play as Aloy and must adventure into the Forbidden West to find the source of a mysterious plague. You will explore the open world and complete quests, using ranged and melee weapons against machine creatures and hostile rebels. Forbidden West introduced new gameplay mechanics to the franchise, such as traversal tools, underwater exploration, and expanded melee combat. I was a huge fan of the first game, and I would actually say that this one's a little bit better. Bottom line, if you haven't played this game yet, you really need to give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. And now, for number 1 on the list, it's Spider-Man 2. This is an action-adventure game based on the Marvel Comics, and it acts as a sequel to the 2018 game and a follow-up to Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. The plot follows Peter Parker and Miles Morales as they come into conflict with Kraven the Hunter, who transforms New York City into a hunting ground. The gameplay builds on the foundation established by its predecessors. It received critical acclaim with praise directed towards its narrative, characterization, and gameplay, and it was nominated for numerous awards and won in 6 categories at the 27th Annual DICE Awards, including Action Game of the Year, and sold over 2.5 million copies in 24 hours. So if you haven't played this game yet, it's definitely not too late. I highly recommend giving this one a try. Hey guys, if you made it this far into the video, I just wanted to thank you. And if you feel like I missed any games on this list, feel free to drop them in the comments section below. Until next time guys, be safe out there and I'll see you again soon.